Have you ever wondered who you could become if you faced your deepest fears? Today, we will explore Carl Jung's philosophy and how it can help us become who we are afraid to be. Stay with us until the end, because the last point will leave you speechless. Welcome to the mental family. Today, we will talk about a fascinating topic: how to become who we are afraid to be, inspired by the philosophy of Carl Jung. Jung, one of the fathers of modern psychology, offers us powerful tools to face our shadows and rediscover our true selves. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Don't miss our last point, which will reveal the most surprising secret of Jung's philosophy. 1. Who is Carl Jung? Carl Gustav Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, born on July 26, 1875 in Keswil, Switzerland, and died on June 6, 1961 in Küsnacht. Jung is famous for having founded analytical psychology, an approach that is distinguished by its attention to the collective unconscious, archetypes, and the process of individuation. Unlike Sigmund Freud, who focused primarily on the personal subconscious and sexual conflicts, Jung expanded the theory of the unconscious to also include universal symbols and myths found in all cultures. Jung dedicated his life to exploring the human psyche, developing revolutionary concepts that still influence the fields of psychology, philosophy, art, and spirituality today. Among his most important works are Psychology and Alchemy, Memories, Dreams, Reflections, and Man and His Symbols. Jung also created the concept of psychological types, from which modern personality tests such as the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, are derived. 2. The shadow, facing the dark side. Jung argued that each of us has a dark side, the shadow, which represents the aspects of our personality that we reject or ignore. This dark side contains desires, fears, thoughts, and impulses that our conscience deems unacceptable. We often project these aspects onto others, seeing in them what we don't want to recognize in ourselves. Facing the shadow is essential to our personal growth. But how can we do it? Here are some practical steps. Recognizing the shadow. The first step is to become aware of our dark sides. This can be done through self-reflection, dream analysis, or simply by observing our intense emotional reactions. Acceptance and understanding. We must not judge or reject the shadow, but rather accept it as an integral part of ourselves. This does not mean acting on every impulse, but understanding its origin and meaning. Integrating the shadow. Integrating the shadow involves bringing these aspects to light and finding constructive ways to express them. This process takes time, patience, and often the support of a therapist. 3. The self. Rediscovering the true self. Jung's concept of the self represents the totality of our psyche, including both the conscious and the unconscious. Jung describes the self as the regulating center of the psyche, unifying all aspects of our personality. The process of individuation is central to Jung's philosophy. This path leads us to discover who we really are, beyond the masks and roles we assume in everyday life. Individuation is not a linear process, but rather a series of experiences and discoveries that guide us toward greater wholeness and authenticity. To rediscover our true self, we can follow these steps. Self-reflection. We dedicate time each day to personal reflection. We can do this through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a moment to analyze our thoughts and feelings. Dream exploration. Jung believed that dreams are a window into the unconscious. Keeping a dream journal and analyzing them can help us better understand our inner self. Therapy. Working with a Jungian therapist can facilitate the individuation process, offering support and guidance on the journey to self-awareness. 4. The archetypes. Universal patterns. Jung identified several archetypes, universal symbols present in the collective unconscious, such as the magician, the hero, the anima, the wise old man, and many others. These archetypes are patterns of behavior and stories that we find in all cultures and traditions, reflecting fundamental human experiences. Archetypes profoundly influence the way we see the world and interact with it. For example, the hero represents courage, strength, and the desire to overcome adversity. The hero archetype inspires us to fight for our goals and overcome challenges. The magician symbolizes knowledge, transformation, and the power to influence reality. The magician archetype encourages us to explore our creativity and use wisdom to transform ourselves and the world around us. The soul represents intuition, emotion, and the deep connection with the unconscious. The archetype of the soul, it helps us connect with our feelings and understand our deepest desires. Understanding which archetypes influence our lives helps us better understand ourselves and our path. We can identify our dominant archetypes through self-reflection, dream analysis, and exploring our preferences in stories and myths. 5. Synchronicity. The meaning of coincidences. One of the most fascinating aspects of Jung's thought is synchronicity, the idea that apparently random events can have a profound meaning connected to our unconscious. Jung defines synchronicity as a meaningful coincidence that cannot be explained by the laws of causality, but that reveals a deeper order in reality. Synchronicity invites us to see beyond appearances and recognize the hidden connections that bind the events of our lives. Being open to synchronicity can help us. Recognizing the signs, we learn to pay attention to events that seem significant or that resonate with us in a particular way. Exploring symbols. Analyzing the symbols and metaphors that emerge in our daily lives can offer us valuable insights into our inner journey. Following your intuition. Synchronicity encourages us to trust our intuition and follow those gut feelings that guide us to new discoveries and understandings. If you felt inspired so far, please like and share this video with anyone who might benefit from it. Now, get ready for the final point that will reveal a surprising secret of Jung. 6. Shadow integration, the secret to transformation. Jung firmly believed that a person's true potential is only released by facing and integrating the shadow. This means accepting and loving even those parts of ourselves that we find frightening or unpleasant. Only in this way can we achieve authentic transformation and become who we are truly meant to be. The integration of the shadow involves several phases. Awareness, recognizing the existence of the shadow and its effects on our lives. This can be a painful process, but it is the first step towards healing. Acceptance, learning not to judge the dark parts of ourselves, but to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Transformation, using techniques such as active imagination, meditation, and therapy to integrate these aspects into our personality in a constructive and positive way. Jung's philosophy teaches us that integrating the shadow is not an easy task, but it is essential to achieving a full and authentic life. When we fully embrace who we are, including our fears and weaknesses, we discover an inexhaustible source of strength and creativity. Do you have the courage to face your dark side to become who you fear to be? Carl Jung's philosophy teaches us that our true selves lie beyond our deepest fears. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and leave a comment below. What is your deepest thought on Jung's philosophy? We are curious to know. Thanks for following along, and remember, always explore the depths of your mind. See you soon in the next video.